Number 2 fan. See, look, we're brothers. Hi, this is Jordan.
And Dan, back with Constantly Brawn. Let's get right to the action, man. Manchester United hosting Leicester. What a first half that was, dude. I don't know how long it's been since I've been this happy. Just seeing that team sheet, I knew something good was going to happen. No offense to Rooney, but Rooney being dropped, Mata in the hole, Herrera and Pogba. I mean, it really can't get much better. You know, they 4-0 in the first half was just fantastic. Everyone was on. Herrera was everywhere. And I think he was actually even a little underrated. Everyone giving the praise.
The most underrated player on your team.
A lot of the praise went to Pogba and Mata, rightfully so. I thought, Mata was fantastic. But Herrera back there, he just cleaned everything up. He gave us a lot of balance. And going forward, that's got to be one of the preferred options we have. And even Shaw, he didn't play. And Blind's going to give him a run for his money, man. He's fantastic.
A football player. He's a football. You want him on your team.
He's probably the smartest player in the league.
Okay.
Think about it, man. He's not the quickest. He's not the most physical, but he knows that. He knows
how to play the game.
And he knows how to play, yeah. And he gets himself into the best spots to utilize his strengths and avoid his weaknesses. And
on a team full of superstars, which is United, you need a team player like Blind. You need a player like that.
He was fantastic. But everyone was that. It was a great game, and I was so happy. Mata getting on the score sheet was beautiful too.
Did you see me run on the field?
No, I saw Slatton's #1 fan run on the field.
I'm his #2 fan. I forgot.
But yeah, it was great. Rashford's looking good with starting. There's still options, man. Martial's coming back from injury, so put him on the left or right, and put Rashford on the other side and get Lingard out, and your team is stronger.
So I know I'm dressed as Latan's #2 fan. He's not doing it for me though.
Listen, man. He did his job this weekend. Everyone did, but he was hustling. He was everywhere. He was holding up the play. He was dragging players away from to let runs come in. His presence is more than enough, and right now he's doing more.
I agree with you on that. His presence is what is going to cause him to do well. He's a target man, and he's a name, so he's huge. He's strong. His finishing was good at first. Now it's a little inconsistent.
Yeah, he could have had one really good one there that that turn and volley, but still, he's creating space for other players to get into, and the goals will come. It's slot, and he's not going to go on a goal drought for 10 games. He'll get his chance. Speaking of goals, remember what I was saying last week with Smalling, how good he is and getting good positions in the corner kick, and he finally scores.
I'm glad he's starting. He's him and Bailly. That's your best.
Definitely, I think so. As good as Blind was there, I just think Smalling is the better center back. And if he could add goals now to his game consistently, not a goal every 2 games like a striker, but when he gets in those positions, he just heads it wrong all the time. So getting that goal was huge for him, and hopefully he continues it.
Yeah. Let's go on the other side with Leicester. What has happened to Leicester City?
I don't know, man. It's not like they've lost every game. They won their last league game. They won their last 2 league games, actually. They won their first Champions League game.
Yeah.
Sure, they're knocked out of the League Cup, but you think that matters to them right now?
They gave up 8 goals this week. That's a ton, man.
That is a lot.
This was a team that rarely gave up a goal last year.
Well, if you remember, actually, they didn't start great defensively. They won games in the beginning basically in a shootout. They were just
Mahrez. That was Mahrez and Vardy.
Yeah, but then they tightened up their defense as it went along. So, is it a blip? Is it something more? I guess more games will come to prove that. But yeah, 8 goals in 2 games doesn't look good. But it's only 1 loss, man, in the league and League Cup. I doubt they really care about that. So I'm sure they'll figure it out.
They're definitely going to focus on the Champions League. That seems to be their focus. It's kind of, for them, good they were out of the League Cup. They did the same thing last year.
Yeah, that's true.
With the FA Cup, so it'll be interesting to see.
It's a long season.
But yeah, it's a little concerning, but for you guys, it's a Red Dawn coming.
Yeah, man.
Right.
I mean, the second half was a little disappointing. They took their foot off the pedal, gave up a great goal.
Oh, wow.
But still, I mean, I don't think you should allow that to happen. Lingard should have been closer on him, but great shot nonetheless. But yeah, I mean, if they could build on the first half itself, kind of throw away the second half just because they didn't really do much. Leicester didn't really do much. There's a lot of promise there. There's great balance in the team, and he'll definitely want to tighten up a little bit going forward. So keep the defense tight and get that offense flowing like it was this weekend. And good things are coming, man. I feel it this time.
That was the only bit of gray in your new Red Dawn Rising.
Yeah.
He had another shot that was as ridiculous as that first that De Gea saved.
Hey, yeah. De Gea deserves more shutouts than he gets.
He's very good, too. Speaking about the Dawn, when we think of the Dawn, what do you think about?
Think of Son.
Here comes the sun. Do.
He's unstoppable right now.
And I say, but seriously, segueing to Tottenham, how good has this guy been? This was someone who we thought was going to be traded or moved back to Germany for a different player, and he stayed. Supposedly, Pochettino convinced him to stay. He's been incredible. He's been running at defenders. He's creative. He's making good passes. He's finishing. He's doing everything.
Yeah, he's playing really well right now. And, I mean, his shots just are coming off like fire every single time.
He's confident.
And I think it kind of sums up Tottenham right now. Like, they have a lot more depth than they've probably had almost ever, or in recent times at least. And even when like the main players, Ali, are not firing, Eriksen, Kane, when he's out, they have players that can hurt you. And maybe this is what they were lacking last year, where they couldn't put the finishing touches if Kane wasn't playing well or Ali wasn't playing well. Now they have a lot of strengths elsewhere, and they're gonna go far this year.
They at every position could put in someone who can not only cover for that player but actually play at a high level.
Yeah, because Lamela started the season well, and now Son has displaced them for the meantime.
Yeah, Son's displaced him. They could put Sissoko on the right now. He offers something a little different. He's still, for me, I think he needs to get that final ball, making some bad passes. But what he brings is that physicality, that pace, someone to literally charge at players.
I think once he gets used to playing with all the new players, he'll find his feet again.
Yeah. But you see little bursts of it here and there where he makes a good run or he...
Because he's still a quality player.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's been at Newcastle for a while now. I think he came late in the transfer window, so he's just got to get on point with everyone.
Yeah. Too bad he got that concussion, but Eriksen's playing well again. Lamela we're seeing. Yancey's the interesting one because he's the one who has to step in that Kane position. He looks very good. I love his hold-up ability. I love his linking plays. It's just he needs to finish. This was a guy who scored a ton of goals last year. He needs to finish. And some of it's been bad luck, but now I think it could even be his confidence is a little shaken.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I agree that as a striker he needs to score, I think, if anyone's proven that the Riverdeci is a little easier than EPL is Memphis. I mean, as much as I still want to see him play more, but he found it difficult his first year, and I think Janssen will too. But he'll work into it. He's a striker. It's a little different, I think, for them because once they get like one goal, they could go on a sick run. Exactly.
I think, unfortunately, with Memphis he was thrust into that limelight.
Yeah,
and it was you had to have been amazing now, and he wasn't, and that was unfortunate. The shoes he was filling in, he could never fit. No one.
And it came at a bad time with Van Gaal there.
It was a bad time, bad everything.
Yeah.
Team chemistry wasn't good. It just wasn't a good fit.
Yeah. I think Janssen will be fine.
He comes in when it's a much more relaxed kind of atmosphere where they're just a young team. He's young himself. They have a manager who will give him chances, but he's behind Kane. He doesn't have to start every game. Now he does due to the injury, but it's different. So I hope he does well, and I'm looking forward to big things this weekend from him.
Yeah, I mean, most important thing for Tottenham was getting that 2-1 win. They're still undefeated. I mean, no one really talks about it, but
that's good.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I think that's
no one talks about us until it's too late, and then we start like choking, and then Arsenal will finish ahead of us. It's gonna happen, but I hope not.
It's gonna be a fun year. I mean, for the neutrals at least. For us, it might be a little stressful.
If you're a fan and you're not really sure as an American what team to like, Tottenham's a good team to start with. We got the NFL connection. We always have links to Americans, but
links are different than actual Americans, though.
We had Americans.
Yeah, and then you got rid of them all.
I know, but at the same time, it's a good starting team.
I'll give you that. I mean, I'm the one who convinced you to like them. So
true. Moving on.
So recapping the predictions this week, we were really close to keeping the streak going against the pundit. We didn't lose though. Let me allay your fears there. We didn't lose. Okay, I had 7 right. Pundit had 7 right. Jordan had 4. It was a little bad week for him. So I tied with the pundit. So we lost our winning streak because of Sunderland. Really, if they would have just held on to a win or even a tie, I would have won. But it's Sunderland, so they lost and they screwed me over. But we tied the pundit. I beat Jordan again. We're still doing well here. I think we're better than pundit. You guys should listen to us instead of him.
And I'm Zlatan's number 2 fan. You gotta see me.
You gotta trust. Look at that mustache. You have to trust that. All right. So keeping our predictions going, let's look ahead to next weekend. Your game's the big game, so we'll hold off on that one. We'll start with Stoke at United. Stoke are they tied this weekend against a high-flying West Brom, but they're not looking too good.
They're bad.
Yeah, and I know United have a Europa League game this Thursday, and they didn't play well after that game last time, but I think they will this time. I think Rooney gets the start in Europa League. A lot of the fringe players, Carrick, Schneiderlin, Young, Memphis, maybe get a start in the Europa League game. Rest some of the other players for the league game, and I think he continues with that same kind of formation, allowing Pogba the freedom, allowing Mata in the hole, Herrera to be that defensive midfielder and clean up.
Herrera is a must start.
He will. He definitely will. So I think United win this one pretty easily. I'm going 2-0, probably even 3 with Rashford. He's so good.
I think it could be 2-0. This is going to be a game for me where if Stoke want to get behind their manager, Hughes, they're going to play. This is this place, the limelight, to play.
Come back home.
Right, to play out of your minds. If you want to get rid of him, this is the game they'll get rid of him, or they'll just stop trying, and it could be a disastrous day for Stoke. And they're not scoring goals, and their defense isn't stopping goals. And it's unfortunate with some injuries, but I agree. I think 2-0 United.
Nice. So let's head to the other side of Manchester.
Oh, boy.
And London. City coming to Tottenham.
Well, us Spurs fans, we knew this day was coming. When we looked at the calendar, we knew
every game comes.
But we knew this one was going to be a big one. And now looking at the table, it is huge.
Yeah.
It's early on, but we're playing 2 undefeated teams are playing each other. The 2 only undefeated.
Last 2, yeah.
We also beat them twice. And the second win was a huge win at Manchester City, which I don't think we ever win there.
Yeah, but it's last year. You can't.
Right, right.
Especially a new manager.
Well, my point is I think City's going to be out for blood. At the same time, no De Bruyne is huge for City. We talk about no Aguero, but De Bruyne is a guy who I think does so much with the attacking midfield role.
Yeah, as good as Aguero is, I think De Bruyne being on form is really what makes them tick.
Who could replace him on that squad?
That's what I'm saying. No one. And obviously, no one could really replace Aguero, but Nacho fills in pretty nicely.
Very good player.
Goes up top. But really, De Bruyne he pulls the string in that team. And without him, it's going to be a big loss. They'll find a way to cope, but it won't be at their best, I don't think.
I think the way Tottenham's going to have to match up. I think it's a good game for Son because Son plays well when he's able to dribble past defenders. When a team parks the bus, I think Son has a little more difficulty. So he's going to be able to move more, have more freedom, and that's going to help him a lot. I can see it being an open game. We need Rose for this game. I hope he's healthy because we need someone to be matching pace with their speed.
Their wide players could hurt you without matching.
But we match up. We got two of the fastest guys on the wide areas in Walker and Rose. We just got to hope. Dembele is huge in this game, adding that link between defense and offense. If he's healthy, Dyer would be great too, but I like Wanyama. I think this game is going to come down for Tottenham to Jansen. I think he needs to score. If he's not taking his chances and he's off sides and he's not really adding much, I think Spurs are going to look flat.
That's true. They definitely do need someone right. This is the kind of game where you might get 2 or 3 good chances. You need to take at least one of them.
You need to.
You need to, yeah. It's going to be a close game, I think. Intensity is going to be there. The fans are definitely going to get behind Spurs. I want. There's going to be a time when I call City out and predict them to lose, but I'm going to go safe here and call it a 1-1 tie.
I'm going to go with my heart. I think this is the time City lose. It's going to be 2-1 Spurs.
There it is. You heard it straight from the number 2 Slatin fan.
Number 2.
All right, let's look at the rest of the games. We got Crystal Palace at Everton.
Oh boy, I think Everton win.
I'm gonna go 2-2 here. It's gonna be an interesting game, that's for sure.
I think Everton win 2-1.
Right. Liverpool at Swansea has the makings.
This is a trap game. It is a trap game.
Yeah, but I still think Liverpool are on a hot run right now. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm giving them a 3-1 win.
Way better than Swansea. I think 2-0.
Yeah. Chelsea at Hull.
Oh boy, Chelsea defense looks bad, but I think they'll figure it out against Hull. I like Costa a lot. Definitely Conte has to figure out who he's going to play up top with him in that midfield, but I think it's going to be high-scoring game, 3-2 Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm going a little lower scoring. I'm going 2-1, but Chelsea figured it out here. Hull have kind of dropped since their early season form, and Chelsea kind of need this early in the season, so I give it to them 2-1. Middlesbrough at West Ham, or as we like to call it, the neutral site, because West Ham don't look like a home team in their own new stadium.
They hate their stadium. What is going on? I think it's going to be a draw, 2-2 draw.
All signs point to West Ham struggling again, and I think they do, but for some reason I feel them pulling this one out. I give them a 2-1 win here.
Neither team's playing well.
Yeah, that's
especially
true.
Defensively, neither team's.
Billich kind of needs a response right now, and I think he can get. They've got the quality, throughout the team to take care of Middlesbrough, and I think they finally give their home fans something to cheer about.
Tonio with the header.
West Brom at Sunderland.
Oh, what'd you say?
West Brom at Sunderland.
West Brom plays so.
Come on, Sunderland make it so much fun. What are you talking about? Go up 2-0 and lose 3-2 in the final minute, man. That's fun. that's not boring.
You want Sunderland to win this game
I do.
So badly.
I do. He doesn't play anymore, Gooch, the American, but he should, and that's kind of still why I want them to win. And Januzaj, of course. I'm going to give it to him. They're going to get it this time. They're going to win 2-1.
I got to go with the draw, 1-1 draw. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose this game either, but.
Shh. They will win. Bournemouth at Watford.
Oh, boy. Bournemouth looked good. Watford, not so much. I think Burnley play well home. And you know what? I'm going to give it to Burnley 2-1.
Burnley. We're talking about Bournemouth, man.
Oh, sorry, I got the B's mixed up. Bournemouth looked really good. Finally, we're getting Wilshire and I playing well. They got a good coach. Easily for me, they're gonna win 2-1.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a 2-2 tie, a little high scoring here, a little back and forth action. 2-2.
Burnley for a second. Sorry.
Southampton at Leicester.
Oh my goodness, this game is so hard to predict.
It really is, actually. Southampton, I mean, they've been frustrating, but now they're starting to play really well. Their defense looks solid. They demolished West Ham. I mean, they just tore them apart. But Leicester, I feel they have to respond.
They do. They're home. They play well at home. Sunderland, though, not Sunderland. Southampton.
Come on, man, get your letters right.
Letters right. Southampton, though, finally look good defensively, and that's going to be a tough team for like someone like Vardy with pace to break. 2-1, Southampton.
I'm going 2-1 the other way. I think Leicester take it home.
By the way, have you noticed Charlie Austin scores like every game now?
Yeah, he's playing really well. I mean, he was always a good striker. He just needed a better team than QPR to show it. Yeah. He's finally getting that chance, and he actually works really well in the Southampton team.
Do you remember when all these strikers were like being sold for tons of money, and
he went for like 4.5 million or something?
Like, how did that happen?
Because it's Southampton. They buy low, sell high, or grow them and then sell high.
I remember when Tottenham didn't have a striker. I was like, let's buy Charlie Austin for $5 million. That makes such sense.
Yeah, but no one likes Tottenham, except for you. All right, last game. Arsenal at Burnley. Here's your Burnley.
Here's my Burnley, and they're probably going to get their butts kicked. Arsenal could somehow mess up, and this could be a typical Arsenal mess-up game, but they finally like putting it all together. So I'll say Arsenal win 2-0.
Yeah, I agree. They are, they're starting to look really dangerous. When everything clicks, they can be unstoppable. But I think Burnley give them a tough time of it at home. Not enough to take any points. I still give Arsenal a 2-1 win, though.
Barcelona.
Arsenal.
Oh, boy.
I didn't mess up my teams. Don't worry, bro.
Barcelona.
They wish. All right. So now that Week 7 is done, let's talk some fantasy.
Okay, very quickly because my computer's about to die and I don't have the charger with me. Definitely go for Son. He's pretty cheap still, and the form he's on, definitely considerable. He looks like to be the main guy scoring goals for Spurs and almost undroppable. If you don't have Rashford already, put him in your lineup.
Yeah, they have a tough schedule after Stoke, but, I mean, he's going to score at least in one of those hard games, and he takes on players, man. He's not afraid still, and he's huge for them.
We talked about Liverpool, but anyone in their midfield, even Firmino, because he's now playing as like a striker, so you get value there, even though
and they kind of rotate like who gets the points and stuff, so I think Firmino will be getting some soon.
Lallana's been playing fantastic.
Yeah, a little under the radar too. I mean, we notice it, but everyone talks about Mane, Coutinho, because those are the players. But Lallana's finally back to impressing.
Yeah, and it seems like Wijnaldum's not getting the points, but he's playing well too.
Well, no, he never will in their situation because he plays back further.
Yeah, but he's playing really well too. I want to give him some credit. And then the Arsenal players, they all have a pretty good value. You could get Walcott for 7.5.
I just picked up Ozil.
Ozil, he's hot and cold. Yeah,
except that he just dominated Chelsea.
And then I did that when he dominated Hull, and then he was garbage. At the same time, though, if you're going to spend money on an Arsenal player, De Bruyne's hurt, go Sanchez. He's playing a striker. He looks fantastic. He's playing a ton of through balls, so he's passing, he's scoring. He's even taking penalties when he shouldn't be taking penalties.
I think Kurtzola's back on penalties now, though.
Yeah, that was really weird. But go.
And we lost Jordan. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Our fantasy, that does it for pretty much anyway for our fantasy picks. And that does it for the video. Jordan decided to not bring his charger like the stupid Tottenham fan he is. But I'm still here, signing off. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment, anything you want to see. If you want to see me and Jordan go at it a little more, we're always down for that. So yeah, give us a shout out, give us some love. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Oh, Jordan's back. You can say hi. You can say bye real quick. I almost signed off.
See, I'm like his number 2 fan. When you think I disappear, I come back.
All right.
What were the last words? Did you make fun of Tottenham when I was
not
there?
I made fun of you for being a Tottenham fan and forgetting your charger, and then I was telling everyone bye. Now it's your turn.
Well, why would you be making fun of me if we're ahead of you in the table? We're going to beat Manchester City, which you guys couldn't do.
Wait till the end of the season, bro. United, Spurs.
You froze a little bit. Your hands
United,
just like
Spurs. United.
Well, it looks like you froze. You're just hands here like United and Spurs, just limitless potential.
You mean Spurs underneath? You can't even see them. They're so bad.
Well, if Arsenal win the title, we'll get second. So that's probably what's going to happen. I hope not.
Let's not talk about Arsenal winning the title.
No,
not yet.
But yeah, we'll tell you as it is. We are more honest than half the managers in the EPL. Have a great week.
See you guys.